Hey guys, welcome back to Shitcoin Daily. Today we're going to talk about three things. Our two news articles and our shitcoin. Today, Coinbase is going to start offering yielding to their stablecoin DAI, okay? So DeFi tokens are going to be distributed through DAI. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then the Chinese big tech companies are going to start getting into NFTs. Now, hopefully, we're not going to see another bubble like they did with the crypto and the ban, yada, yada, yada. And then our shitcoin for today is going to be Meta Decentraland. Now, we're going to get into the news with Ape.
So the first major news, as you mentioned before, Coinbase said, "Hey guys, we're gonna start offering DeFi yield on to our customers in 70 different countries." So what it is, just think of it as staking. You're pretty much gonna give them DeFi coins staked, and it yields, from 4% annual, annual return or to 5.8 depending. So, and they said it's also gonna reflect month to month. So like some months are gonna be higher than others. Again, this is more on the technical side, but just for you guys to know, if you want passive income on a trustworthy platform, this is a great news, especially when DeFi are popping up all over the place. You could at least put in a trustworthy DeFi on a trustworthy platform and then make some passive income. You know, couple percentage on top of your coin sitting there, since you're going to be holding diamond hands, you might as well earn a additional income
Yeah, and
off of.
like Ape said, it's going to change from time to time the amount of yield you're going to get from your DeFi coins because Compound, I guess, is the structure that they're going to use to run this. And
Yes.
they in this article they even use an example that 1 week it was 2.80 something percent, and the next week it was 5.60 something percent. So that's a pretty big increase for a week to week basis. And if you've
Yeah.
got a large holding, that could be a lot of money.
Massively, and especially DeFi, most DeFi coin gives you flexion. So, obviously if the coin stays neutral, bouncing up and down, at least you're gonna still get some, interest on top of that. But anyways, on the big news for today, or the article that came out, pretty much China, Alibaba, JD.com, they all said, "Hey guys, we're gonna get into crypto, NFT market, not crypto." The Chinese government banned crypto, but hopefully it's either three things. They either the Chinese government have isn't cracking down. Maybe they're a little bit too slow on it, but pretty much Alibaba is gonna create a subsidiary company under them, and then they're gonna be like, "Hey guys, you're gonna focus on just primarily NFTs." So we're gonna start seeing a lot more platform for NFTs. We already saw, as we mentioned before, Nike and Adidas. So I'm pretty sure they're seeing it as a quick cash grab, somewhere like, okay, we just start selling overpriced pixels. People are gonna buy it. We make some extra cash, and or whatever it may be. Uh, you know the only thing is that the Chinese sponsored media already made a critique on it. They're like, oh, the NFT market is overhyped. It's a giant bubble that regulator needs to get on top of it. As of right now, CCP hasn't really said anything about it, but the media is sponsored by the CCP, so we'll see what they're gonna do
Yeah,
to
and
regulation.
and, and like Abe said, we don't know how they're gonna react. I mean, how do you buy NFTs nowadays? You use crypto. So how I'm interested to see how this company is gonna go about even acquiring the NFTs.
Maybe if how they're gonna what they could do, at least on the China side of things, since their land works a little bit different from ours, they could have it where you just give them your yuan or whatever currency, and then they go ahead and do the back end stuff, and they just get the NFT. I don't know. This is just me circumventing the crypto ban, but also collecting, because guys, remember, next year China wants to release their own cryptocurrency, so they want to make sure everything is off the playing field when it releases. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna crack down on NFT right before the yuan cryptocurrency releases, so that way they could get some, international investors.
Yeah, and a little bit on the back end, I guess. Um, Tencent owns Epic Games, and Epic Games just launched an NFT program. So I mean, that could be how they're gonna get around it. But Tencent owns 40% of Epic Games,
Yes.
and Epic Games is moving towards NFTs, MetaVerse, so on and so forth.
Again, guys. I'm not a big fan of NFT where it stands about pictures and pixel art. Is not because of the technology, because of its art. But NFT does help, for gameplay wise. Imagine $5 for a skin instead of going to Fortnite, it goes to you. Now you can resell it later on.
Yeah.
Again, as of right now, there's not a lot of good NFT games. NFT has a bad stigma, but I think over time, when more people implement it properly, it will be better for you guys.
And speaking of bad NFT games, let's go ahead and look at our shitcoin today, which has a bad NFT game. I tried to play it earlier today, and it was just not. It wasn't having it. But the fact that it has, like you obviously have to buy into it before you can play it, and I wasn't gonna do that just yet. Wanted to review it first and review it with you guys before I even thought about going and trying it out. But Meta Decentraland, they're gonna release a game called the Dragon Abyss, which by the name, you're gonna have your dragon, you're gonna be in an abyss set area, and the NFTs are gonna be the dragons, obviously, and you'll go around doing. If any of you remember what Farmland was on Facebook, the browser click and move game, it's similar to that. You got your dragons, you raise them, you go adventure around with them, and do your whatnot. But that's it for the game. Let's take a look at just the token itself. Now, they released publicly yesterday, on the 20th. So very new coin, but it has a lot of media traction. Like they have 60 some thousand followers on Twitter. They've got the team is doxed um, in a very like minute way. Like they just say who their names and these little avatars to show who they kind of look like. But not a lot of information on them in itself. They've got their roadmap out. Quarter one or quarter four, as we're now, is just getting the people on there. And they say they've got 100 plus influencers from all sorts of different areas that are either backing them or they mention them or
Yeah,
however
but
have you.
influencer is such a vague term. I
Yeah.
say I'm an influencer because I influence one person. I don't know. So that's not really a key selling point for me.
Yeah, it's never been for me either, but it's something that I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, we've got 100 influencers." If you tell me influencer, I'm thinking like huge people, million plus followers.
But even then, look at Jake Paul or Logan. They've been in heat for setting pump and dump
Yeah.
coins. So
But
just
again,
because
those are influencers too, though.
just because they have influencers doesn't really mean good bet. But
Yeah.
anyway,
But let's take a look at the Twitter, or sorry, I'm sorry, I had to retract my statement from earlier. 37,500 followers. But the thing about that is you got to think about, are they bots? Some of them might be, yeah. So you look at the interactions on the posts. 1.1 thousand retweets. That's a lot of retweets for just a coin that's barely out of the gate. So I think it has actually a lot of traction that it could catch on. But I think it's going to be one of those coins pump and dump. Like get in for the hype, and then get out when you make profit. I mean, even look at this is the release, goes up and it teeters off. I mean, we've seen that plenty of times, but it has also a really low market cap. $3.4 million. It's a high liquidity pool, 154,000 almost, and it's got 2,100 holders in it. So good number of holders. Liquidity is there. Kind of still a safe bet. Still watch it and wait for the rise up and then sell out. And if we look at the token sniffer, it already declares it's not a honeypot. You need to get 20% to break even because 10% buy, 10% sell, which is okay, pretty good. The contract source is verified. There's actually no similar tokens to this, which just on its own says not a rug pull. Because who's going to go out of their way to write a completely new contract and rug pull it? It's a lot of time and effort to go through for just a rug pull. The thing I don't like about this token, they have burned 83.5% of the total circulating value or token supply, which I mean that's a lot.
yeah,
That's That's the most I think I
Yeah,
have ever seen in a token burn.
and my thing is what's the point of that? If I'm gonna make 10 coins, right, and right off the bat burn off five, why not just create five to begin with?
Yeah,
So
less
again, for
minting
me,
cost and everything.
burning right off the bat, as IPO, it just looks like all theoretical show since they don't really have any value until they get on the market. So me saying I have 100 billion trillion burned, it doesn't really mean anything because it costs me anything. But that's just me.
Yeah, and I would agree. I never understood the point of burning, other than like you're already in the process. You've got your supply. Hey, I want to do a burn, guys, like to kind of pump the community up and be like, oh, more people are gonna buy in. Let's burn a portion of it, maybe not a significant amount, but so it
Yeah,
helps the market cap and the supply and the price will go up a tad bit. But again, 83%, that's a lot.
it's a lot.
And you can see the users have reported this token. Mind you, I don't believe some of it. Suspicious social media? No, not really. The website is fake and the team is fake. Okay, I can see where some people will think, yeah, the team could be fake. I mean, we don't see their real faces. We just see names. But the website, I don't see it being fake or suspicious. They say their website or social media was removed. I found them very easily. No records of them being removed or blocked at any point in time. So could be just somebody marking and flagging it for no reason. Um, Pump and dump, I can see. We can already see that on the chart. But this is all initial stuff from when the token released. So yeah, this is normal for day one. So pump and dump a little early. So I mean, whoever's out there commenting that stuff, calm down.
Yeah. The only thing is the name Meta Decentraland. If you guys don't know, Decentraland is already a bigger thing. They pretty much sell Google Earthland, virtual land. So that's what it's called Decentraland. And the fact that they're Meta Decentraland, I'm not saying it's not gonna do anything. Look at Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Pretty much Shiba Inu came after copycat less of Dogecoin. Again, theoretically, that means this could do the same thing, but I'm not a whole, you know, if I would touch this, it's only for like a day, 2 days, or even a week at most.
Yeah, and
For
and that would be watching it like a hawk, like watching for the run up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You want
So
to
you
see the run up and then get in it and then get out.
so you already see the graph. There's already a floor at the very bottom of it. So you guys could more or less guess your entry point. You could see, okay, that's the support. So if it goes back down by the time you see it and you see it like hover around there, buy it again and then just wait until it does a little run up. You don't need the all-time high, guys. A nice 10% profit, not 10% up,
So that
but
means you're
10% profit,
30%
30%.
positive. Yep.
So it is still a good thing. But that's just my thing.
Yep. So that's all we're gonna do today, guys. Thank you again for coming to the channel. Like and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below if you want us to review any other shitcoin or have questions that you want us to answer. All right, we'll see you next time.
Take it easy.